Hello, I'm Steve Collins, and here I'm reviewing Lonely Planet's new City Experiences book about Barcelona. Get under the skin of some of the world's favourite cities with Lonely Planet's groundbreaking new experience guides. I've been reading Lonely Planet's Barcelona City Experiences and what memories it brought back of my last trip there. Plus, it gave me the urge to go and visit Barcelona again. This book is a very colourful, attractive and really interesting guide to Barcelona. The city is the capital of Catalonia in Spain, and it has a fascinating history going back to Roman times and beyond. The guide is filled with plenty of maps and photos and is divided into the various regions within the city. You'll also discover some pretty good day trips to do beyond Barcelona. This region of Catalonia is referred to as the Costa Brava, and within a relatively short distance you will be able to discover some fantastic beaches and towns that are full of charm. One of the things that I really like is that there is a focus on where to eat, drink, party, shop and soak up the atmosphere in each of the areas that are featured in the guide. We start our city tour right in the centre of Barcelona at La Rambla and Barri Gòtic, or the Gothic Centre. There's a trip builder for each section which helps you to plan your visit there. The neighbourhood that saw the birth and rise of Barcelona, Barri Gòtic, is a labyrinth of old medieval streets. Make time in your schedule to discover Roman and medieval gems such as the old Roman wall. You can shop here for unique souvenirs or explore the diverse culinary offerings and experience Barcelona's nightlife, which I can assure you is tremendous. La Rambla is a tree-lined pedestrian street which stretches for 1.2 kilometres or about 3/4 of a mile and connects the Plaça de Catalonia in its centre with the Christopher Columbus Monument at Port Vell. La Rambla forms a boundary between the neighbourhoods of the Barri Gòtic to the east and El Raval to the west. Walk down this Barcelona beauty and let your eyes wander over everything around you, from street performers to food and flower markets, which are very, very tempting, and architectural gems like the city's iconic Grand Theatre del Liceo. Strolling down this wide, mostly pedestrian street is something everyone should experience at least once, and take the time to just sit and watch, because there is so much going on there to keep you entertained. In Barri Gòtic you can explore the city's oldest neighbourhood, whose history spans over 2,000 years. Founded by the Romans, it was during the Middle Ages that Barcelona's importance grew and it became a centre for politics and trade. So you can spend time understanding the city's glorious medieval years and soaking in its architectural beauty, which is outstanding. Whether you're looking for art made by local artists or to soak up the city's creative atmosphere, you won't be disappointed by the options in Barri Gòtic. Visit a cafe that was the meeting point for modern artists, or follow Picasso's steps around the neighbourhood, hunt for gems in art galleries of all kinds, and meet local painters at an open-air street market. The next area featured is El Raval, which has a strong and distinct personality that makes it stand out from other neighbourhoods in Barcelona. You can experience the alternative heartbeat of this melting pot through its street art, contemporary art museums, bits and pieces of history in its food and nightlife, which is a mix of old school, multicultural and trendy spots. Plus also discover the fabulous art galleries in El Raval and the street art as well. Of course, one of the reasons for travelling is to taste the local cuisine. If you are a foodie in El Ravel, you must visit the La Boqueria market, which is a must to see. Now, the cuisine in Catalonia is famous and fabulous, and the market is where you can see the fresh produce that is available and get to taste as well. La Ribera is a former merchants district and today is home to concept stores and art galleries hidden among the narrow alleys that form the medieval quarter. It's packed with buildings from the 14th century, and this historical district also houses the Picasso Museum. From the 13th to the 15th centuries, Barcelona became the most important trading point on the Mediterranean coast, and La Ribera was its economic centre. It's wonderful to wander through its narrow streets and to discover lovely boulevards and shops. Spread across 5 medieval mansions from the 14th century, the Picasso Museum displays the largest collection of his early works, while showcasing the emotional connection the artist had with Barcelona. The city also has great beaches, and the area around Barceloneta and the waterfront is a place where you can relax on the beach, but also indulge yourself in a myriad of local bars and restaurants. One of Barcelona's most famous residents was the architect Antoni Gaudi, whose vision and imagination was simply out of this world. His most famous building is La Sagrada Familia. Now, Gaudi considered every detail of his creations and integrated into his architecture such crafts as ceramics, stained glass, wrought iron forging and carpentry. His buildings are certainly unique and mostly very colourful. Gaudi's original design for his opulent basilica, La Sagrada Familia, calls for a total of 18 spires, and they represent in ascending order the height of the 12 apostles, the Virgin Mary, the 4 evangelists, and, tallest of all, Jesus Christ. Construction began in 1926 and is still under construction, as it is being paid for by donations. Lonely Planet's City Experiences Barcelona is a must for those who wish to do research for their trip to Barcelona and use whilst there. The book is illustrated with brilliant maps and photos plus information only a local would know. The format makes it easy to read, and there is so much brilliant information and tips included in the book. As well as introducing the traveller to Barcelona, there is also a recommendation for visiting nearby regions and attractions. Wonderful places such as Lloret del Mar, about an hour's drive north of Barcelona. This town features the medieval hilltop castle of St. Joan, where you can enjoy great views over the Mediterranean. You are introduced to some of the best nearby wine districts, and there are plenty there, plus the mountain monastery of Montserrat. I have visited Barcelona, and I regret not having had this book available to me at the time, as the information within it would have enhanced my trip immeasurably. Lonely Planet's City Experiences Barcelona is easy to read, gives you valuable information about planning your trip to Barcelona, and is a really great read. Do consider getting this book, Barcelona, before you plan your trip there.